everyone, welcome to Groovy Sauce, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing and review of the NAIPO Shiatsu massager with heat. Now, I saw this thing on Walmart.com for just 27 bucks. It seemed like a deal, and plus I work in a warehouse 10 hours a day, 3 days a week, so naturally on those days my back is really sore and I just wanted something to alleviate that stress. And I've seen these style of massagers before too. A friend of mine had one, I tried it out, it worked really well. Hopefully this one works just as well as that one. There's only one way to find out though for certain, and that's to unbox this thing and see how it works. Okay, so here we go. Let's just check out the box though real quick. It's pretty unassuming. It doesn't even say the NAIPO brand anywhere, so it just seems like maybe it's just a generic massager that they've been just mass producing and just several different companies have made it. Who knows? But yeah, it seems as though everything's inside of this plastic bag here. So yeah, let's go ahead and take the biggest piece out, the actual massager out. So yeah, there it is. There's that. It's got the cord coming out of the back there, but it also has kind of like a Velcro strap there on the back. So maybe you can strap it to something like a chair, something like that. But also you have the power button there. And I don't know whether it's battery powered. No, it does not have any kind of battery power because you can press the power button there, it does nothing, so apparently you have to have it plugged in order for it to actually function. But yeah, it's got this mesh on the front, leather on the back, and that leather, it seems pretty solid too. It seems as though there's some sort of like dense foam or something on the inside though, but you can see these little nubs there on the front, and apparently I would assume that's where the massaging heads are from the other massagers that I've seen in this style. So yeah, it feels pretty sturdy. It's also got a zipper on the side here too. I don't know whether I want to mess with that because, you know, the internals and everything. But yeah, it feels pretty dang sturdy. But we're just going to put this to the side for the time being. Let's see what else is in this bag here. So inside of the bag, we also get another bag. So, and here we have a car charger. And this, let's go ahead and take it out of the little binding it has here, little bread tie. Yeah, and that's pretty long. It's about almost 6 feet, I'd say. Yeah, and that, I guess, plugs into the massager here on this end. So, like so. Excuse me. Here, let me just stand up a bit. All right, so yeah. That's how it'd plug in, just like that. Okay, so yeah, that's the car charger. And here we go with the other stuff inside here. We got some literature. This is all the literature, the user's manual. And it seems as though it's pretty well versed, lots of stuff in there. So whatever problems you have, it seems as though that it should be able to detail all the stuff that you need to know about the massager there. And last but not least here, we have the actual AC charger. Let's go ahead and undo the bread tie with this one as well. There we go. And yeah, let's see how long this one is. Yeah, and this one is about a little bit over 6 feet as well. I'm 6'4", so my wingspan is something like 6'4", so this is like 6 foot 6 inches, something like that. So yeah, we got also a little protector for the end of the AC plug there. So yeah, I guess the only thing left to do now is just to go ahead and plug it in and see if it turns on. So I'm just going to plug in the AC adapter there, plug it into a little AC out here over to the side, and let's see if it actually turns on, right? Oh, there it goes. It's actually on. I don't know whether you can hear it, but yeah, you could probably see it moving right there. So yeah, let's see if we can turn on the heat though. Ooh, there it is. So when you turn on the heat, it turns red. So yeah, and then you press it one more time, and then the heat goes away. And I guess you would just do long press on the back in order to turn it off. And that's it. Turns it off with a long press. So it's one press on the on-off button to turn it on, one press again to turn on the heat, and then one long press to turn it off. So yeah, that pretty much does it for everything inside the box. Let's go ahead and actually test the functions and see how it works on my back and neck. And then after that, we'll move upstairs to the couch and see how it works while I'm laying down. Okay, so now I'm just going to be attaching this to my chair with the Velcro back in order to make it a nice placement for my neck, in order to massage my neck. So first up, there we go. And it seems to fix there pretty well. Not holding it up or anything, so let's go ahead and turn on the regular function. See, I'm a little tall, so this doesn't really have the decent placement on my neck, but in terms of the upper back, it's actually really, really good. Oh, that feels great too. It's actually a decent amount of pressure. I'm 6'4", so, you know, it takes a lot of pressure in order to actually get into my muscles. And you know, this is actually doing a really fantastic job. I'm still sore from the other day working in the warehouse, so this actually feels really good. But that's just one part of the massager. Let's go ahead and see how it works with the heat. Okay, so now the heat's on. Let's see how long it takes in order to actually heat up. So far, not really feeling too much heat. But yeah, it is starting to warm up, and that really feels really good. It's not really placed too much on the neck unless I kind of slouch a little bit. Oh, there we go. It's not the massager's fault though. I'm just very tall. Oh yeah, that feels fantastic. Oh, it's getting in there really good. Yeah, you can't fake this. There's just genuine good feeling there. Oh my goodness, that is actually really, really nice. And it's not super duper warm yet. I'm assuming it's going to take quite a while in order to warm up a little bit, but so far it does feel like it's warming up a little bit. So yeah, oh, that feels just fantastic. It's already working really well. I have lots of knots in my back from just working all day in that warehouse, and this is feeling fantastic, not gonna lie. Let's go ahead and move though to the lower back. Okay, so now moving down to my lower back in my office chair. Just gonna turn it on, place it just directly behind me, and just kind of lean back into it. Oh, that's where I have the majority of my soreness too. Oh my goodness. And already, right off the back, off the bat, it just feels fantastic. Oh, that's just wonderful. Surprisingly, the heads, the kneading heads there have a lot of power to them as well. I wasn't thinking it was going to be this powerful, but I have tried ones like this in the past and they were pretty good, but this is just fantastic. I mean, for the price you pay at 27 bucks, this is going just far beyond what I would expect for something at this price range to do. But yeah, this is just the regular one without the heat. I'm going to go ahead and do one more press. So now it's red. I go ahead and turn on the heat there. So let's go ahead and do the lower back again. Oh my goodness. That's just fantastic. Oh, that's just good. Now you don't want to put too much pressure on it though. I am 260 pounds. So if you put too much pressure on it, it will stop the heads, but that's mostly due to the amount of weight that I'm exerting onto the kneading heads. But I would assume if you're much lighter than I am, that wouldn't be an issue at all. But yeah, if you just don't lean heavy into it and just let it do its thing, it's just really wonderful. Oh, and there's the heat. There's a little bit of heat there going on. It feels so good. And I assume you could just place this wherever you want on your back, mid-back. Wonderful. Oh my goodness. This is just, I'm being pampered here. It's just fantastic. So yeah, so far, very, very good. But let's go ahead and move upstairs to my couch where I can lay down on it, relax a little bit, put a little bit more weight on it, and see how it functions while I'm laying down on the unit. Okay, so here we are testing out the unit on my couch. I got it in a neck position, so let's just go ahead and lay down on the unit. All right, so there it is, square in my neck. And this is actually a much better position on the neck than my office chair. So yeah, this feels so much better simply because it's actually able to get into the neck area better than my office chair. Being at 6'4", this is just naturally so much better, and it feels fantastic as well. I have the heat on, and it does feel pretty dang warm. Not really like super duper hot, but just warm enough in order to help, you know, de-stress the muscles there. But yeah, let's go ahead and move it into more of like in the middle of the shoulder blades position and see whether or not that weight of my torso will push down into the unit and, you know, stop the unit from actually functioning. And so far, it's actually continuing to need massage there, even with all the weight that I have on top of it. So yeah, it feels just so good. Right there in the middle of my shoulder blade, just working out a lot of those knots. Oh my goodness. I don't even want to end the video. It feels so good. Oh, wow. So yeah, that feels pretty dang fantastic. And it's just hitting all those spots for me. But yeah, let's go ahead and move it now into the lower back position and see if it actually will function in the middle of my lower back where the most weight will be on the machine. Now keep in mind, I am 265 pounds, so that's a lot of weight on this machine, and it's actually continuing to function, which is surprising, seeing as though that this thing is just so tiny, and it has just so much power too. Now I would assume with any more weight than me, it probably would be a little bit too much stress for the unit, but as far as what I'm putting on it right now, it's very, very good, and it's just working out so much stuff in my lower back. So yeah, so far, so wonderful. Absolutely love this thing. Okay, everybody, so it's been about a week now with the massager, and I've been using it pretty dang religiously, mostly in my recliner, massaging my lower back area, mid-back, and also a little bit on the neck area as well, and it's still doing a gangbusters job, functioning exactly as it did out of the box with no loss of power or functionality or any issues whatsoever. However, I do have a couple of points that I will say about the device. First off, those massaging heads will reverse course after about a minute, so it doesn't really get repetitive on your muscles. Really love that feature. Also, after 15 minutes of use, the device will shut off, but that's not really a big issue because all you got to do is just press the button again, and then it will turn on for another 15 minutes. Now, I did use this thing for about 45 minutes, and it did automatically shut off and not turn back on. However, the manual does say if that does happen, all you have to do is let the device cool off for about an hour, and then it will function as it did previously. I did that, and it did exactly that. So, if you're looking for a massager that will massage you for more than an hour, perhaps this is not the massager for you, but I personally absolutely love this thing simply because of how cheap it was at about 27 bucks. It also has a very, very powerful massager in there, and it's just very well built as well. So yeah, at the end of the day, absolutely would get this thing again. Absolutely would recommend it to anybody who's looking for a budget massager because it just functions very, very well. And at the end of the day, I think that's all I really have to say here. So yeah, make sure that you give me a like, especially if you like the video. Also, if you have any questions or comments about the massager, make sure to leave them in the comments section below. And with that being said, thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time.